qualified in a lovely 6th position, and it's critical for the strategy that we get into some clean air and that we possibly get in front of some slower cars, if it's at all possible. Yes, lovely, into a 4th position. Hello, welcome back to the channel and yet another episode of GPRO. This season we are in Master 1, and if you haven't seen the previous episode, go and check it out first. But let's get going with the season standing so far. We have done 3 races so far, and we managed to score 5 points in one of the races, and the other races we have been in the top 15 or something like that. And of course we had some driver issues with the energy. And of course the race weather for the next race is nothing special. Could have been worse actually, as this track has a very high tire wear, but nothing special to report about the weather. And let's see what we did in the race. Race 4 of the season, qualified in a 14th position, and at the start we gained the position, and yes, this track has a very high tire wear. That's going to make my life interesting. We are going for a 3-stop this race, and it seems like we have dropped down a few positions, but we got one back and yet another one, so lovely. Yes, so yes, I'm doing 3 stops. I'm not quite sure what the others are doing. There might be some guys that are doing a 2-stop strategy, and maybe we could have gone more interesting with the extra soft for 4 stops, but we went for softs and doing 3 stops, and some cars are making their stop, and we are doing as well. So this seems like a good mix of 3-stop cars and 2-stop cars, so we will see what happens. Of course, the aim for the race is to get a top 10 finish position or something close to it. Don't think points are viable today. And let's see. Yes, lovely. We are currently into an 11th position. Nope. Scrap that. We had a driver mistake. We are now in a 12th position. But we can do our own pace for most of the race. So that is nice to see. And I think we will be finishing on the position that we deserve this race, as long as the driver doesn't run out of energy yet again. And we are almost at the pit stop time. Other cars are making their stop, so we are up into an 8th position before we make our pit stop, and back out on track in a 17th position. But our cup opponent is still in front of us, so we need to make sure we get past him if possible. But we all have one more stop left, I believe, so it could be possible to get 2-0 lead into the cup and pit stop time yet again. But we are going a little bit later, so we have some clean track, so maybe we can gain a few positions, whilst the others have pitted already. Yes, a few more laps until we make the pit stop. Currently into a 10th position, but that won't last, sadly. And yes, one more lap, and into the pits we go, and out of the pits in 14th position, and in front of our cup rival, so that's nice to see. So a few laps to go, 13th, yes, I don't think anything else will happen. The gap to the car in front is too big, and think we should be fine on driver energy, so I think we should be able to keep the car behind and finish in a lovely 13th position this race. And yes, a few more laps in the race, and yes, it looks still okay. He might be boosting, but we aren't, and we have finished the race in a 13th position. So let's take a look at the race analysis for race 4 of the season. Here we go. We qualified in a 14th position. We got the position at the start, 65 CT yet again. And this time we have energy left over, so that's nice to see. So we did 3 stops, others did 2 stops. Pit stops very okay, I would like to say. Especially for doing 3 stops, and in the end at 13th position. And yet again we have a weather update for the next race, so let's take a look, and we can see there's raining in Q1 and Q2, and in the race it will be raining most likely as well. My tires don't like the wet, so we aren't pushing this next race. Before we go racing, let's take a look at the sponsor update that we have for you. Did you know that 50% isn't subscribed that watched the last video? And that's about 100 people, and you can be a sponsor as well. Race 5 of the season, qualified in a 32nd position in a full wet qualifying, and of course it's raining in the race as well, so we aren't pushing this race. We gained a few positions at the start, but it doesn't matter at all. So let's go to the end of the race and see where we finished the race using 0CT this time, and I managed to finish the race in a 28th position, and that's basically it. Race analyze for race 5 of the season. A wet Sakhir started 32nd. I used 0CT as it doesn't make sense to push with a driver with 109 talent. Of course, energy was okay, and it got dry, rained again, and got dry again at the end. In the end, 28th position, and nothing else to report. Nothing special really happened. And an update for the Cup competition as well. I managed to survive round 1 of the Cup competition, and we got into round 2 of the Cup competition with 2-1. And everything is possible. It mostly depends on the race weather what's possible in round 2 of the Cup. And let's take a look at the race weather for the upcoming race. And sadly it's raining again in qualifying and the race, so I think we will be behind in the Cup competition after this race, so not that much that I can do. Today's video is sponsored by... Oh wait, I don't have any sponsors. Subscribe now. Race 6 of the season, starting in a 37th position, and it's raining in Q2 and Q1, and it's raining in the race most likely, and we aren't pushing as the driver doesn't know how to drive into the wet conditions. We had an amazing start, and of course we will lose the positions as we aren't pushing at all. So in the end, so let's get to the finish, and in the end managed to finish the race in a 35th position with the car being on fire. And of course, after the race we are looking at the race analysis for race 6 of the season, and we have started in 37th position. I had a nice start, of course not pushing at all. Driver energy was fine, and then eventually it got dry, and we hadn't bit yet. But at the end of the race the car had an issue. Yes, the engine was losing power, and as we can take a look at the damage, and we can see that it was very heavily worn. So yes, Pitstops not that amazing, and in the end we finished 35th. And of course for the Cup competition, that means that I have lost the first match in round 2 of the Cup competition, and so we are currently behind, and we need to get lucky with the weather to even have a chance. If it rains some more we might be out. And now we continue with the weather update for the upcoming race at Jeddah. Sadly, it's most likely a little bit too hot for my Hancock tires. We might be compromising the strategy, we're not quite sure, but at least it won't be raining, and we need to make it 1-1 into the Cup battle, so let's get going. But first, let's take a look at testing, as we haven't done a testing update, and for the upcoming race I need these updates. Need to downgrade a few parts, so yes, sadly we can't afford to test, otherwise the car will be too damaged. So these are the updates for the upcoming race. So far this season I have managed to do 4 test sessions of 400 laps, so we have some testing points already on the car, and a few more are coming onto the car very shortly. Some more power and some more handling, and hopefully we get some cold weathers that suit our tires, and we can go fast on track. Race 7 of the season here at Jeddah, qualified in a lovely 6th position, and it's critical for the strategy that we get into some clean air, and that we possibly get in front of some slower cars if it's at all possible. Yes, lovely, into a 4th position. Yes, I think this is what I need. Yes, so far it's looking good. No, it's not looking good at all. We have lost a few positions. Yes, lovely, we got it back. Yes, and now we need to keep the 4th position. It's very critical for the strategy to not be blocked or have any slower car in front of us. So currently it's all... oh no, we have lost a position. After lap 1, we are in a 5th position. We gained 1 position at the start, and the top 3 are running away. Sadly, we couldn't clear all the traffic, so we just have to pay our time. And this race I'm doing a silly strategy with the Hancock. Yes, lovely, we got past, and now we can do our own pace just before the pit stop. Yes, a silly strategy with Hancock, doing 4 pit stops, and I am 1 lap long on the strategy, so 1 lap late, and we are now at the back of the field, and seems like we aren't being blocked that much by slower cars, so that's fine. And we cleared them. No, we haven't. Yes, and we are gaining places whilst other cars are pitting. I expect a lot of 3-stop strategies, so we will see what happens with the result. And here is pit stop number 2 of the race, and we are now currently in 22nd position after our 2nd pit stop, but all the 3-stop cars are just about to be pitting, so we will be gaining quite a few positions and not really being blocked that much, to be honest. Basically I'm able to do sort of my own pace for most of the race after the first pit stop, so we'll see what happens. And yes, time for the 3rd pit stop, and back out on track in yes, the 19th position, but particularly we are in front of our cup rival, so that's good to see, even with this silly strategy. And of course we still have 1 more pit stop to go, so the points position won't last, and I don't think we will be getting something like a point. So yes, last pit stop, and we are back out on track in a 19th position, and 20th with yet another driver mistake, but back up into 19th, and we have finished the race in a 19th position with a silly strategy that didn't work. And let's take a look at the race analyze for race 7 of the season here at Jeddah. So 4 stops, extra soft, which got me a lovely qualifying position of 4th. Only 55 CT this time, as Jeddah is a high energy track. Even has some energy left. 1 lap long on the pit stop. Pit stop times pretty okay, not amazing or perfect, and in the end we finished in the 19th position, but I don't think that really matters. But of course the most important from the last race was the cup competition, and we have managed to make it 1-1 into the cup, so we have a chance to get into the quarterfinal this season, so let's see what happens with that. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon, and check out one of these videos if you haven't, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Goodbye!